Hello. I don't know why my model is not on the screen, but I am here. I'm alive. Here it is. There it is. There it is. We got the Wolfie right there. Christmas time. I know we are on the Halloween menu, but we are not actually Halloweening. It is Christmas. We gotta go to the Christmas menu. This one. This one right here. Anyway, welcome gamers. It is Thursday. We have the rare Thursday stream, specifically because I did not have to go to the office. Did I catch a slight cold? I'm getting that impression too. But as soon as I started talking, I was like, am I sick? I don't know. I even considered possibly drinking some tea with honey today, but I chose not to because it seemed fine. I don't know, my throat doesn't seem like it's in bad condition, but it does sound different. Something about it. It's like the fact that I went outside. I don't know. Anyway, let me welcome people. Welcome Stream Elements. Welcome Ranmu, Yurga, Yuyuko, Tag Barrel, Corvo, Tato, Duck, Stanley, and Zoe, and Cole. It's everyone. Everyone's here. Literally everyone. Anyway, yes, I went outside yesterday. I had jury duty and did not get assigned to a case. There were no cases, actually. I'm going to talk about it, okay, as soon as I start up this thing. Let's choose a level. What's today? Today's the 19th. Let's do the 19th one. It's a snowman. You can already tell. It's literally a snowman. Also, welcome Ride and Bareback. No, anyway, I'm going to summarize my jury duty in excruciating detail. You're gonna have many questions. You're like, Wolfie, what time did you arrive to the courthouse? Who was there? What did they tell you at orientation? I don't know. Was there a guy there who committed a crime? Was Luigi there? No, he was not there. I will start with my summary, and I will not take questions, okay? I will answer every question in advance, and then by the time I tell the story, it'll be like, that's great. He told us all the details we need to know. Literally, just like a great defendant or whatever, I don't know. Anyway, so yesterday, okay, the courthouse thing, the courtroom opens at 9. Supposedly it opens at 9. If you call the number the day before, there's like a message. Like sometimes they have a thing where you call the day before and they're like, you don't have a case assigned, so you can you're free. That was not the case. It did tell me to actually go to the courthouse that day. And it was like, do not show up before 9 a.m. The courthouse is not open before 9. You might not be able to go inside before 9. That was false. It was actually open before 9. I showed up early. I woke up so early because I live quite far away. So I woke up at like 7 something a.m. I took the train. And then I got to the courthouse. It was like 8:45. Okay, I got there and it was already open. I had to go through the metal detectors. I forgot to take out my keys, and they're like, okay, just walk through again. Okay, you gotta remove your keys. Okay, also your belt. You gotta remove your belt because the belt has metal in it. I'm like, all right, fine. And then I went up to one of the floors that it was on, and then I sat in the room for many minutes. You had to fill out this survey. It was like demographics. You'd be like, this is my birth year. This is my residence place that I live in. I'm assigned to this court date and whatever. And then you just sat down, waited for people to arrive. And then I think at like 9:20, maybe like 9, I don't know. At some point after 9 a.m., they started describing how the thing would work. They're like, okay, if you're new here, if you never had jury duty, Here's how it's gonna go. You're gonna sit in this room for a while. You're gonna be possibly assigned to a case. Blah, blah, blah. It's just like, you know, informational things. And then they're like, here we have this orientation video for you all to watch. Watch several videos. There's videos explaining the process of jury duty, why it's important, why people are required to do this, that anyone is eligible. People that are not eligible include certain groups of people, such as students who have classes that they might miss in the day, you know, maybe people that don't speak English, people that have childcare stuff that they can't arrange during the times, I don't know, bunch of stuff. And then they had this thing about implicit biases. It's like, okay, you must swear to only consider the evidence presented to you. Do not use your preconceived biases. And then they give many examples of biases. You should not make assumptions of the person based on whatever, these things. And then they were like, here's some examples of biases. Look at this image of a triangle. How many triangles do you see? And then you're like, I don't know, there's like 5 triangles. Some people might say they see anywhere between 1 and 10 triangles, but actually there's no triangles. We're like, what the? There's no triangles. There's definitely triangles there. Also, thank you, Denchi, for the 33 months. This dog. That is, in fact, a dog. Actually, let me try to find the triangle. Do you know this triangle? Triangle illusion. It's like, it looks like there's a triangle. This one, this is literally the image they showed. They were like, look at this image. How many triangles do you see in this image? People may see anywhere from 1 to like 5 triangles. I don't know. Like, but actually, there's no triangle. You had a preconceived notion of what a triangle was. Actually, a triangle is got to have solid lines, and yet this has none. We're like, what? There is a white one, but there wasn't a transparent background. Okay, you could not see this triangle. This white triangle was not there. Anyway, they were like, actually, there's no triangles. Okay, you use your preconceived notion of what a triangle was. You should not have done that. How dare you? I mean, they didn't say how dare you, but they were like, this is their example of preconceived notions. Also, welcome Edward Bruh. Triangle's fake. The triangle is real. And then they're like, think of this other, here's another example. Let's say you're walking down a street and you see like a ball rolling toward you. Many people might assume that after that you'll see like a small child running after the ball. And then, you know, you might have seen in many TV shows where a person gets hit by the ball, so you're braced to expect a child running. You want to tell the child to stop. But actually, there may not even be a child. We just assumed that it was a child based on what we've seen in media. And that was one example. And then they just went over various other things. Things to consider. The importance of the justice system. Our civic duty to be assessed by trial, to have a lawyer, etc. Anyway, a triangle with invisible lines is still a triangle, not according to them, okay? We assumed that certain things were triangles, but they were not. Anyway, and then they gave an overview how the day would go. And throughout this whole thing, I was like, I could have arrived late. I could have had like 40 more minutes of sleep, because right after that, they gave the same summary that they gave at the beginning. Like, in case anyone just arrived during that orientation, we're gonna go over it again. And like, I already know this stuff. I could have been sleeping. But anyway. Sounds like the court has some preconceived notions. Yeah, but like, we have to base our assumptions on the way they do things. If I was in a bad mood, I might have internally tilted over the triangle thing. It's fine. I think it's totally fine. Anyway, and then after that, They did the thing where it's like, if anyone is incapable of serving on this jury for several reasons, please consult me or my peer. We will work out your situation. And then people stood up, and then, you know, the people that either could not understand English or, like, you know, they had other stuff planned, some conflicts, etc., they went up. There was one guy who, I guess he had, like, a jury summons. He thought it was for him, but it was actually for his son that has the same name, except Junior. And then he was like, is this me? Is this me or my son? And then they were like, this summons is for your son. And he's like, oh, shoot, but I already told my workplace that I was going to take time off for this. And they were just like, just go back to work, dude. And he's like, oh, man, all right. And then, you know, just a bunch of other people, you know, people who couldn't speak English. People who, for some reason or another, could not do the thing. What about the son? The son was not there. Apparently they lived at the same address. I don't know. Was he then skipping? No, they were like, we're just gonna send him another letter. He's gonna have to go through this thing again. Heard you can get out of jury duty by saying you're racist. Is that true? Probably. I mean, if you get asked to go on a case, they will ask you questions to determine your character. They'll be like, do you have preconceived notions about this thing? What are your thoughts on this thing? And if you just said really racist things, I'm sure they would exclude you. I don't know. That didn't happen. I didn't get any of those happening. Being a caregiver counts to get you off a lot of the time. Yeah, there's many things, you know. If you are taking care of a child, like another person, if you fight them about the triangle, do you get out? They didn't even ask about the triangle. That was just a video. It was not, okay, the thing that was like, this is the preconceived notion of what a video, what a triangle is. It was not a person in the room narrating it. It was a pre-recorded video. And they did not ask for our questions at all. Welcome, Printerman. Anyway, after that, they were like, you can, if you want to drink water, if you want to, you know, go to a room where you can use your laptop, there's a room down the hall. You can go there. The bathrooms are over here. And then just gonna wait until we see if we have any court cases assigned. So it was a lot of waiting. I didn't bring my own water, so I went to the room where they were supposed to have water. And they had those cooler things, you know, the water coolers, right? They had those. But they didn't have any cups. And so I was like, what am I supposed to do with this? I can't even drink from this. There's no cups to dispense the water into. And so I just didn't drink water for a long time. Welcome, Menusunashi. And then, I don't know, I just sat there. I played Balatro. I was like, I sure am glad I have Balatro on my phone. Because that game is basically a time machine. If I did not have Balatro, I would be significantly more bored than I would have been. I played Balatro for maybe like 2 hours. But then I realized it was draining my battery a lot on my phone. And also that I didn't bring the right cable to charge my phone, so I had to be careful. I was like, okay, if I play too much Balatro, my phone will not last the entire day. So I did have to stop. I did, in fact, stop using my phone for a while. Also, the Wi-Fi was really bad. There was Wi-Fi in the courtroom, but it was very low quality. It did not last a long time. It would have trouble connecting. I did a speed test and it was like 0.01 megabits per second download. It's awful. I thought I wasn't even connected. I connected to the Wi-Fi and it was like, you're connected. And then I tried accessing like any website and it didn't work. And I was like, why is this not working? Why would they simply have Wi-Fi but not working? Maybe I missed it, but was it an interesting case? I'm getting to that. There was no case. There literally was no case. Welcome, Slime Molder. When you mute it, can you repeat everything for the last 20 minutes? No, it was too interesting. You're gonna have to go back into the VOD to learn the lore. Anyway, I waited for a long time. And then after that, hold on, I did actually take notes. Hold on. That's because I had nothing else to do. As they were talking, I was like, I'm gonna take notes so I have stuff to talk about. Things that I took notes on. Okay, showed up, played some Balatro. Okay, talked about the guy who had the jury summons for his son. Talked about the triangle. I talked about the ball. They also called it Twitter. They're like, you should not talk about the case. If you get assigned to a case, do not talk about it on social media apps such as Twitter and Facebook. And I was like, Twitter? They didn't update the thing. Don't they know it's called X? The United States, New York State system for the courts did not update their text. Twitter's not real. You can talk about it on X, obviously. Just kidding. I did not correct them. But in my mind, I wrote it down. I was like, they said Twitter. They don't know it's X. That's one thing I took notes on. Let me check my other notes. I took so many notes. Okay, then it was like 12:15 p.m. and we had no court cases. So we had a lunch break. I think typically the lunch break was supposed to be from 1 p.m. to like 2 p.m. But this time it was like 12:15 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. And so it was like a lot of time. I was like, what am I gonna do? So I went very far. Given that we had 2 hours, I took the train up quite far. I went to one of my favorite restaurants. It was a taco / quesadilla place that I always go to. Also welcome Tap Your Lover. And then no, I was not walking there. I did walk back though. I'll get to that. I went there. I ordered. I forgot that it was a weekday. Actually, I forgot people go to work. I was like, huh, this place isn't normally this crowded, but it was a work day, and people, you know, it was lunchtime. People in nearby offices were there. Anyway, I got a burrito, and they did have a water dispenser there, so I got a cup, one of those plastic cups. I put some water in. I drank the water, and then I ate my burrito. It was actually a lot of food. I kind of was like, maybe I shouldn't have ordered this much. But anyway, I got it. I actually kept the cup. I was like, okay, if the courtroom does not have cups for the water dispenser, I'm gonna bring the cup from this restaurant. It's one of those, it's a cup that you're supposed to throw away. I brought the cup. I actually walked back. It was very far. I walked like 30 something minutes. It was actually not that bad. I was expecting it to be like, not that, I don't know. It seemed a lot farther than it actually was. I walked for like, it was like 1.5 miles. But it was actually, the weather was actually kind of nice. It was very sunny. I walked many streets. And actually, I was checking the weather the day before. It said it was going to rain. Fortunately, it only rained later in the day after I already got home. So I walked back to the courtroom. And I got back at like around 2, maybe like 1:55 p.m. We were supposed to be back by 2:15. So it was pretty close. And I had to go through the metal detectors again. For whatever reason, they had to scan my bag twice. I scanned it once, and they're like, let me just run your backpack through again. And I was like, all right. And then they did, and then they're like, oh, your phone is in your pocket, right? Yep, it sure is. And they're like, okay, you can go. I don't know what that was about, but that was something. And then I went back up to the courtroom, and some more waiting. And let's see what else. Oh, and then when I went to the water dispenser, I drank some water, and it was good. But then later, they actually they put the water cups back. You could actually get a cup from there and actually drink the water. So I didn't actually need to drink, or didn't actually need to bring the cup from the restaurant. but I had it. It was unnecessary, but it was good that I did it, because if I didn't, I would have had no water to drink. And then I went into a room. I waited for a while. They had these desks that you could use your laptop on. I didn't bring I brought my iPad, actually. But the internet was really bad. I tried watching a Twitch stream. It was like... I saw someone going live, and I'm like, oh, cool, I can watch their stream while I'm waiting. And I tried loading it up on my iPad. It would not load. But then, like, I went on Google, and Google did load. And I was like, oh, I wonder if they're like blocking Twitch. What if I downloaded a VPN? Could I then access Twitch? So I downloaded a VPN. I was able to access Twitch for like a few seconds. And then it didn't work for a while. It would load video, and then like after 5 seconds, it would buffer for like a minute. And then it would load 5 seconds of video. Chat would load fine though. But then I'm like, this is not working out. I would have loved to watch a stream in the courtroom, but it did not work. And then I turned off the VPN, and I could still access Twitch. So I think it was just like the internet was being like spotty. It was not that good. What if you tried live streaming the trial? Could have added objections down to you. No, because that would be illegal. You're not allowed to record in the courtroom. They said it. If you had watched the informational video, they would have told you recording is prohibited. You're not allowed to record in the courtroom. You are allowed to draw. Yes, you are allowed to draw. They have people that are hired specifically to do that. They can draw for certain court cases. It's like that for me. The mobile app needs fixing. No, it was not the app. It was the Wi-Fi. It was a known issue with the Wi-Fi. Their Wi-Fi is really bad and would not respond half the time. When I downloaded the VPN, it took like 5 minutes or something. It took a very long time. But anyway. And then I just like, I tried to sleep. I didn't actually try to sleep, but I laid down like on my head. And I laid my head down. How do you say that? You know, when you have a desk, you just lie down on the desk. But anyway, I did that, and then it was like 3 p.m. Welcome, Catpots. Still surprised that you have to wait till he assigned a case. It sounds like there are ad hoc cases all the time. Yes, there are. I think the way it works is that they just call a bunch of jurors in, and then, oh, they actually introduced the way that it works. Is that when you show up, you have to like bring the form, right? When you get summoned to court, there's a thing that they mail you. You have to like rip up part of the thing, and then like they use that in a machine. The machine, they called it an ancient machine. I think that was a joke, but the lady called it, well, put your paper into this ancient machine, and we'll roll it around a bit, and we'll choose a paper that comes out. And if you get selected, then you get to go to they call it a voir dire. You're like, voir dire? What the? Why would they voir a deer? That is what they call it, a voir dire. That is when they choose who gets assigned to the case. They will ask you questions, and then they can determine whether you're a good fit, if you have any conflicts of interest. But that's only if there are court cases for the day. And so basically we were waiting all day to see if there were any cases we could be assigned to. Also keep in mind there's like other rooms that were, there's like, what's the name for it? There's like civil cases and there's like trial cases, right? Trial cases are the one where like someone is guilty or not guilty. And civil cases are the ones where like things for like insurance claims, where people like, you determine whether they should be paid or whatever. But then they were like, you know, sometimes, you know, we might not have any trial cases, in which case maybe if there's a lot of civil cases, they might, you know, have to request that we get someone from our pool of jurors, etc. But that was not the case. Okay, it was 3 p.m., maybe like 3:15, and they were just like, hey, okay, we got some good news for you. Your jury duty is complete. We have no cases for today. You don't have to come back tomorrow. And then they announced our names one by one, and they gave us our proof of service. Just a piece of paper that was like, this is proof that this person was here on this day. And if they ever ask you to serve jury duty again in the next 4 years, you can show them this, and they will not call you back. Cool. And I was like, that's great. Didn't even get called for a case. That's perfect for me. And then you could leave. Then you could simply leave. So that's what I did. I took a photo of my proof of service, and then I went to I got banh mi. I ordered banh mi at a restaurant specifically to take home so that I could eat it today and tomorrow as leftovers. Let's see, that's when lawyers ask the juries great questions like, are you a racist? Do you trust police officers, etc.? Yeah, they'll ask you things. Ask you many questions. That did not happen. I've only gotten called to that once. The first time I did jury duty is when I had to do that. I was very nervous. Like, before I started streaming, I was not a good speaker. I was not good at speaking in public in front of people. And so I was always very nervous. When they asked me questions, I was like, oh, freak, I don't know how to answer this. The first time I did it, they asked questions like, state your name and your occupation, and also whether you have children. And then when I stated it, I unintentionally said I don't have parents instead of I don't have children. And then I was like, oh shoot, actually I meant, no, sorry, I meant to, I don't have children, no, sorry. And then everyone laughed. They laughed at me in a joking manner, okay? And I was very nervous. And then I think they were just like, yeah, this guy seems a bit too nervous for this stuff. I mean, they didn't say that, but I'm going to assume they didn't pick me because of how nervous I seemed. But yeah, that was the first time that I had to do jury duty. Second time I had jury duty, I also did not get called for a court case. Actually, the second time I got called for jury duty, it was like after the lunch break, they were just like, yeah, okay, you could just leave now. We don't have any cases. So everyone cheered. Everyone was like, yo, let's go. Woo, yeah, we get to leave at like 12. It was cool. Also, welcome X-Tag. Do people generally try to get out of jury duty? I feel like they do, because if you get assigned a case, you might be there for like 3 to 5 business days or even more. And those business days are not consecutive necessarily. They might be like, the judge might be like, you have to come back on the 13th, and then also on the 17th, and also on the 20th. And you're like, what the frick? Now I have to schedule my life around this court case? And there's a lot of stuff that's like, if you get assigned to a case, you're not allowed to like read up about it, like on social media or like the news. You can't look up information. You can't like tell anyone about it. Anyway, there's many things that you're restricted from doing. Let's see, my answer to that question is always, I don't have any kids that I know of. Have they questioned you on that? Have they been like, can you expand on that? And you're just like, oh, it's just a joke. No, please expand on that. Please tell us all the details so that we can determine whether this is relevant. What do you mean? When you said, not that I'm aware of, was this a joke or did you mean this like for real? Anyway. It pays close to nothing and disrupts your schedule. Yeah, they give you like, okay, so at least in New York, they only pay you like $40 a day, which is like definitely way below minimum wage. Unless your company pays you, in which case they pay you nothing. Your company will have to pay you. I think there's something that's like, if your company has more than 10 people, like they have to pay, I don't know, something like that. Let's see, somehow I've not been summoned for jury duty. I wonder if I'm on some kind of blacklist. I think the way they determine who's eligible for jury duty is people that, I guess you probably have a driver's license. I don't have a driver's license, but then I think the way, if you have a driver's license, you're eligible if you are a citizen. The other way that they get your name is if you are a registered voter. And so I was like, I feel like if I had never registered to be a voter, I would never have been eligible for jury duty, maybe. Because they would not have had my name. I don't have a driver's license, you know? I don't drive, right? Why would I need to drive? Also, welcome, Zeb. I'll give you $6. $6 per day? Yeah, in New York, it's, at least where I'm from, it's $40 a day. It's the only retirees, idiots, the really civic-minded and really bored people serve on juries. So don't get charged unless you want to risk getting judged by those people. That is true. Everyone who has a job or hobbies or anything, like people who are interested in anything, are the people that are like, I don't want to do this. But, yeah. Just drove with no license. I don't believe that. So you're in Texas, they gave you a voucher for a Subway sandwich. Is that real? Did they not give you, like, money? Anyway, that's jury duty. Just doing my part as a citizen to sit in a room. When I thought about it, I was like, man, this is like so much wasted time. There were like 100 people there. You're telling me every day we have hundreds of people that are just sitting in a room for like an entire day, not even necessarily getting selected for something. Welcome, Pamflo. I think I got $15 total last time I was on a jury. I think someone also said in some places you get like $15 an hour. Say, lucky been called to jury duty, but my work pays the whole way without taking PTO. I didn't get called, but took the day off anyway. Yeah, my workplace pays. All the places I've worked at, they pay you to be on jury duty. You don't have to take PTO for it. So I was like, you know, that's fine. This is totally fine. I don't mind. Because I was also like, it's like near Christmas time. I doubt there's going to be that many court cases around Christmas time. Because if you select a jury, like, you're not going to be able to really do a court case until, like, I don't know, the day after. But then it's like, if the court case goes into the next week is Christmas. So, like, they're not going to have court cases on Christmas or Christmas Eve. And I doubt people want to schedule court cases like close to those days. So I think I lucked out there. There were no such cases. See, my county doesn't even let us wait in a room. They have us sitting on the floor. What the frick? Yeah, there were plenty of seats where I was at. The seats were moderately comfortable. It was fine. Anyway. After leaving the building, I went to a Vietnamese restaurant. I got 2 banh mi to go. And I saw there were some flies in there in the place where they kept the bread, and I was like, should I be concerned about this? It's fine. I'm sure it was fine. I went to this place many times. That was the first time I'd ever seen flies in that thing. But I would assume that when they heat up the bread, it will kill whatever bacteria is on there, so it's fine. Is the banh mi good? It was pretty good. It was actually quite good. Nutritious said, I went to Mardi Gras once. My friend advised me to not get arrested because the judges and courts take off 2 weeks straight. I'll be sitting in county jail the whole time before they ever see you. Yeah, don't commit crimes around Christmas, okay? Because no one's gonna want to do court cases, okay? Luigi Mangione, I'm looking at you. Why would he commit this so close to Christmas? He's gonna be... I don't even know when his court date is gonna be. I don't even know how they're gonna find an impartial jury for that case, because if you follow social media at all, everyone knows who he is. Everyone knows. Everyone has opinions on healthcare. It's gonna be impossible. Anyway, any rats? I did see rats, actually. Not in the restaurant, sorry. When I was taking the subway to the food place, I did see a rat. It was in the subway. I could not take a photo of it in time. I tried, though. I tried pulling out my phone, but I was too late. The rat had already run away. There's a line in Earthbound from an NPC, like flies land on it, but I think that makes it taste better. It was fine. It tasted fine. Oh yeah, also in the Vietnamese restaurant, they had a Christmas tree, and then they were playing Christmas music. And also, the person at the cash register started singing along. When Jingle Bells came on, they started singing Jingle Bells. And everyone laughed. Any rats in the courthouse? I did not see any. I think it was perfectly okay. Anyway, and then after that I went home, and then, let me check my notes. What did I write down in my notes? What if I'm missing important information here? I walked back, I tried watching a stream, went to the Vietnamese restaurant, I saw the flies. No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all. That's all the stuff that I have written down. That feeling when your favorite restaurant gets shut down by the health inspector. That has happened before. There was this place that I used to go to, and one day they just closed down, and then there was like a health notice outside. It's like, oh man, this place, the food was so good. Imagine rats having their own tiny rat court. Do rats even understand the concept of crime? Like, do you think there's like a rat society where like a rat does something that all the other rats are like, I can't believe they would do that? And then the rat would be like, I wish there was some kind of justice system. And one rat is like, we should have criminal court cases. We should sue this guy, etc. I bet. Do you think they really do? Oh, it's a penguin. Look at this, a penguin. There was a Syrian place near me that failed multiple times. Yeah, it's like the places that I've gone to that have had health violations. We would still go there. We would, like in New York, they have like the health ratings of the restaurant like posted outside. And sometimes we would walk there and be like, oh, this place got a C. That's fine. I would still eat there. It's perfectly fine. Because like sometimes the health ratings are like, you know, it's not necessarily like one major thing that caused it. It's like a bunch of minor infractions. So those things do add up. I mean, but the food was good though, so I don't know. If rats couldn't understand crime, Splinter couldn't teach the Ninja Turtles to be crime fighters. Is true. Is that true? Maybe they just inherently understand things without really knowing what crime is. Thinking about it, punishing crimes is much easier as humans because we have weapons, little rat, sorry, and ways to restrain people. I mean, rats, you know, some rats are stronger. Maybe the stronger rats then have to do more work. I don't know. Rat lawyers. Any rats out here? Any rats watching this stream right now? I think the Great Mouse Detective fights crime, and he's rat adjacent. I don't know who that is. Never heard of this. Anyway, and then I went home. And then I found out I had missed a stream of a streamer that I watched. Alyss, she was playing The Walking Dead Season 3, and I was like, what the? If I don't watch this VOD, I'm gonna lose context on the next time she streams. So then I watched the VOD. And then I was like, oh, this sure is a season. This sure is a video game. I watched it at 4x speed. And I understood everything. I think if you could just solve all your problems with biting. Could you? Could you solve all of your problems? Simply by biting people. The old Disney movie? Which Disney movie? What movie? Anyway, that was my day. How was everything yesterday? Oh, and then yesterday they had the Stitch? Sorry. The Steam recap. You all see that. The Steam recap. 4X is wild. Yeah, 4X molt. It was fine. They had subtitles. I basically just read the subtitles. I wasn't about to spend like 4 hours watching a VOD. You think I have that much time? I do have that much time, but I would rather be doing other stuff. And also today, she started her stream early, so I also missed like 2 hours, and I watched that at 5x speed. You're like, what the frick? What's wrong with this Wolfie guy? Why is he watching videos at 5x speed? It's fine. I actually understood everything. I do 1.25x on videos. My friends think I'm crazy. I think that's like 1.25 is nothing. I watch all videos at 2x speed, unless it's music. Also, I just realized I should be listening to different music. Hold on. we have a Christmas playlist. Oh frick! Hold on. Okay, it does save your progress. Let's go to the pause menu. Let's go to the settings. Let's lower this music. Let's listen to some royalty-free holiday music. This one. These music. Oh, it's playing from my speakers. How about the Christmas stream beats? I've been listening to that. Yes, that's what I'm putting on. I'll turn on shuffle as well. Shuffle. All right. I totally forgot. I was gonna do that and then I forgot. Let's go to, which one were we doing? We were doing wait, this one. It's Christmas time. Wait, let me show you my Steam recap. How do I do that? Year in review. Here it is, Steam Replay 2024. We got games played, we got keyboard usage, we got Elden Ring, 69 sessions played, Catch and Release, Balatro. So my issue with this summary is that Balatro would actually be much higher if it included my other account. This is only the account that I use on Windows. I have a separate account for macOS that I've played a lot of Balatro on. It's not reflected here. But just assume that this is probably like 3x higher than what it would normally be. We unlocked thousands of achievements, maybe not thousands, 1.4 thousand. The median is 13. Spider's George right there. I played 57 games. I feel like a lot of these achievements were from those cat games. Games where it's like, find 100 cats, and then like every cat that you find is an achievement. It's probably from those. Longest streak was 22 days. New releases. Fishing, roguelike deck builder. So this is web fishing and VR fishing, and then roguelike deck builder is definitely Balatro. Souls-like is definitely Elden Ring. Cats, I don't know. Bunch of cat games. This is probably Bloons Tower Defense. Programming is probably all those Actronics games that I played. We had Elden Ring. Did you rest in the shadow of the Erd Tree? No, I didn't. I didn't play the DLC at all. I played the base game 3 times. Catch and Release. They had nothing to say about this. Like, they have unique things to say about certain games, but Catch and Release was not one of them. They didn't even say, oh, you're just fishing, right? Nothing about the game. This game fell off after I started web fishing. I have not played it since September. We had Balatro. Look at that unique text for Balatro. Game of the year for me. You sure played a lot of fishing. You sure played a lot of VR. Programming. Look at this. Web fishing. They had literally no text about web fishing. Not even like, you sure did play a lot of web fishing this year. Nothing. No original text. Wooloop. No text for Wooloop. Playtime by month. Played on macOS on VR. Top played VR games. Catch and Release, the only game. Many controller games. Elden Ring, Tunic, Holocure, Dark Souls, Cocoon. Demos. I played many demos. Top 5. Daily Street. Remember these games? Remember Zamboni Simulator? Remember Hidden Cat games? Remember these games? Catch and Release, Dark Souls. This game, remember all these games. I remember these games. Euro Truck Sim, Cat Games, Bit Burner. This game is Actronics Games. Supermarket Simulator, when I did one stream of that game. Tunic, that was a good game. Leaf Blowing Simulator. Bunch of Steam Next Fest demos. And Bloons. Remember this game? How did they invent so many games? So true. Inscription is here. Web Fishing. Bunch of other demos. Steam Next Fest demos. Oh, there's show more. There's more games. Super Puzzled Cat. Welcome, Genie. Wait. Alright, and then you got these games. You got Web Fishing, Hulk. This was a good game. If I had to choose a game of the year that wasn't Balatro, for me, maybe it would be this one. No, Tunic. I played Tunic a lot. Tunic was good. But I did enjoy this game. Yeah, I feel like a lot of demos that I played didn't show up as well. I definitely played more than like 5 demos this month. And then these ones, that was a sad one. It was so good though. I feel like more people should know about this game. This game right here. You tell your streamers about this game. You gift that game to your streamers. Anyway, here's many people. Here's my my Steam account that I use for macOS. We could look at that summary. Wealthy VTube Studio. My account that I use only for VTube Studio. But also other games. We had Bloons, we had Balatro, we had Bitburner. We had Programming, Tower Defense, Card Battler. Somehow had Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And we had Bloons, we had Balatro, Bitburner. Inscriptions. How many times did Wolfie VTube Studio kill the Stoat? Inscription. Bloons. That's it. That is the summary. Welcome, Chepe Pepino from Pizza Tower. VTube Studio should have achievement. I feel like they should list things that are not just games, right? It feels weird that VTube Studio is not on there, despite being like, if they included that the playtime like on the list, it would be the most played. But I mean, I guess it makes sense that they wouldn't, because it's like it's not really a game. But I would like to see, you know, they should have a thing for like, here's the apps you use that weren't games. Here's VTube Studio. Here's a bunch of other games. I don't know. And by games, I mean not games. Anyway. Do I have your Nintendo recap? Yes, I do have the Nintendo recap. I can pull up the image, but I've posted it on the Discord. Basically, it was Picross and Picross S2 and Stitch. That's pretty much it. Wallpaper engine. I mean, it'd be nice to see. Just so you know how often you have those apps open. I think it would be cool. But they'll never do it because they're cowards. But yeah, that was cool though. Did you all have anything that surprised you in your Steam recap? Your Steam replay, I mean. I feel like they usually do it a bit later in the year, right? Wasn't the last year's Steam recap like after Christmas? Or am I misremembering? Maybe not. Maybe I am misremembering. Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing. Classic Yu-Gi-Oh! Got really into Yu-Gi-Oh! Are you still really into Yu-Gi-Oh? Do you hate Yu-Gi-Oh? No. My top games were mainly ones I play with friends. What was on there? Share your information with us so that we can sell this to advertisers. What was the most played? I assume Helldivers was on there, right? Many people did enjoy Helldivers this year. Factorio, Stardew, Lethal Company. Factorio. One of these days, I might check out Factorio. Welcome, ChocoJax. I know it's basically the same as last year. Still surprised how low the median numbers are. Yeah, the fact that the median Steam user only plays 4 games a year is a bit surprising to me. Actually, I don't know. Is that surprising? I guess most people just play the same games. They're not like constantly buying new games. Welcome. We could also check ChocoJax's Steam recap. But you can watch her stream. I'm sure she'll talk about it. Speaking of games, there's a new Squid Game Unleashed game. Someone in your chat may have developed that game. Is that you? Was it you? Did you do this? Welcome, Paint 2D. Your median user ones. It's a good game, but helps to play with friends. There's a lot going on, especially with the DLC. Oh, Factorio. I didn't know Factorio had multiplayer. I thought it was a single player thing. I played 3 games this year for 95% of the time. Is it real? Is that even real? Did the ChocoJax panic emote change? It looks different. The saturation seems higher than it normally is. And why does it have a black background? What's happening? They added oh, you added another one. I see. Just for you? What? How do you even do that? It's like there's a flashlight being shot. Yeah, that is what it looks like. What's the deal with that? Put it under the bits. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I don't even have any bit emotes. It's like, it feels weird to gate things based on like people paying for it. But then at the same time, like the bit emotes are the best way to like, because like you get access to that even when you're not subscribed, right? If you pay $10 once, you have access to that emote forever. Which in some ways, if you only care about the emote, then it's like, you know, then it maybe is I can't even talk. Is an even better deal. Can't even say words. I just use them because I want to use more. It's also valid. So true. Anyway, good times though. Mahjong Soul released on Steam this year. You know what else released on Steam this year? Balatro. Balatro, my game of the year. Balatro. You have Mahjong as a category. It's fun though. It's fun. I guess I could also like look at my last year's recap, right? Always nice to see, compare like things from this year to last year. I don't even remember what was on mine last year. It was probably just catch and release, right? Probably just a lot of catch and release. You want to teach Hamflo how to jong? Well, I don't think that's happening. Imagine learning Mahjong. Cringe. Imagine playing Mahjong. Alright, let's can I look at last year's? Wolfie year in review. Welcome, Delicious Smile. Last year's 2023. What did I have last year? Dark Souls 2, Power Wash Sim. Remember those games? Stealth? Oh, Hitman. That's probably Hitman. Catch and Release. Dark Souls 2. Power Wash Sim. Dark Souls 3. Demon Crawl. Demon Crawl was on there. Catch and Release. Bunch of games. A lot of games out there from last year. Did I ever get DLC for Power Wash Sim? I did not. A little Gator game. Remember that one? Dark Souls. Hitman. Remember Hitman? It's a good game. Hitman. Dark Souls. Hitman. Shape of Things. That was a good game. Oh, Mini Motorways. I remember that one. Holokira again. Team Fortress 2. What the? Door Dog? No, that was a game. I remember that game. Sticker Tail. Q Remastered, remember that one? 2022, what happened in 2022? Catch and Release. Oh, RimWorld, Pistol Whip. Catch and Release, RimWorld, Pistol Whip. There was Mini Airways game that released this year. I don't think it was by the same developers. It was a bit misleading. Based on the name, I was like, oh, wow, they made a new game. It was not the same people. Which seems like it should not be allowed. But that's how it was. 20 Minutes Till Dawn. We had Tetris Effects. Cult of the Lamb. Stray. Thomas Was Alone. Oh, they announced Toem 2. The sequel to this game will come out at some point. Anyway, I'm going to hydrate. It is 6 p.m. It is, in fact, time to hydrate. All right, I've hydrated. This was 2022. A lot of games that we played. Remember these games? Remember What the Golf? Remember Unpacking? Remember Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Risk of Rain 2, the collab with Chenna? Remember when I got motion sick from this game? I remember. This one, remember this game? Remember Alba? Oh, that was a good game. Alba. Paparazzi, that was a game. Dwarf Fortress, remember that one? Wait, did I ever play this on stream? I don't think I did. I think I played this off stream. Yeah, this is Choco Jackson's. Anyway. Came around the time you played Stray. I feel like Stray was overrated. I don't know. A lot of people were like, oh, whoa, Stray, it's a game you can play as a cat. It's crazy. I love this game. When I played it, I was bored, like, half the time. I was like, man, it's too much. You just, like, talk to people and then, like, go back and forth. And just, like, just let me, like, run around. It's too much. Paparazzi. Yeah, Paparazzi was good. It's my favorite games is just games that are like low poly, sometimes involving photography. A lot of stuff. I thought it was fine, but not Game of the Year material. Wait, did it win Game of the Year? I don't even remember what happened. Yeah, like it was fine. I'm sure it was good to many people. I don't think so, but it was being talked about like that for a bit. Yeah, there's no way that would be Game of the Year. I don't know what else was nominated for Game of the Year that year, but surely Stray would not be it. Also, the thing is, like, the story wasn't even about the cat. The cat was just like a vehicle, right? The story was about the robot. Is this spoilers? For people that don't know Stray, this could be maybe spoilers. But the cat kind of didn't really matter in the end of the day, which was kind of messed up. And the cat was simply just there to, like, do what the robot needed. Just like, oh, look at, oh no, I have to save, I don't know, whatever. I don't even remember the story of Stray. What even was that game about? I don't even know. It was nominated? Okay. But anyway, a lot of cool things. You know, the year is about to wrap up. Game starts with the cat falling and getting separated from the others. Yeah, I don't remember the cat ever found the other cats. Cole hated Stray. Did you actually hate it? Or are you just saying that? Or are you just saying that to be contrarian? Okay, I mean, I asked to. It made you mad? What the? I've never seen Cole be mad before. I've watched his streams. He has never been noticeably mad at things. Guess we'll have to wait for Strayer before we get resolution to the cat family story. Strayer. It's like the image of the RuneScape gnome. Slayer. But Strayer. Strayus. Michael Strahan. Who is that guy? Is that guy a soccer guy? No, he's an actor, right? Michael Strahan? Who is that? Why do I know that name? I don't know celebrities. Anyway, many things. Yeah, next week, Christmas. Can you believe it? Christmas, just a week away. Literally just a week away. What even are we going to do? Like, I have time off from work, and I got nothing to do. I will probably just stream a lot, and I don't know. Just a week minus 1 day. It's literally next week. Before you know it, it'll be New Year's. And then you'll be like, oh man, what happened to the year? I'm in vacation mode already. Yeah, I think most people are. I think no one expects any work to get done the last 2 weeks of the year. I doubt anyone's really doing any work. I tuned into streams today. A lot of things. Hey, you got that emote? Isn't that the emote you get? Isn't that the emote that has also with the AI generated cat emote? This one is in the same set, right? You see that? It was the one where Twitch was like, check it out. If you watch a collab stream in this week, and it's tagged with this thing, you can get these emotes. And one of them is like an AI generated cats with the hat. Is it gone? No, it's there. But I was like, before they announced that thing, I was like, oh cool, I might as well just watch one of these streams to unlock this emote. And then as soon as I found out it was an AI generated cat, I was like, okay, I'm not doing this then. Saw it in the Twitch global set? Oh. Wait, do I have that one? Holiday log. Oh, I have that one. I think the other one was is like Christmas lights, right? Something like that. It kind of looks like this badge, but it's like a different thing. Yeah, that one. This is the one that you get if you watched a collab stream tagged with Holiday Hoopla in that 1 week. I think the promotion ended like the day before I had my collab, so I could not do it. But also, I don't want those. I do not even want to get the AI generated cat. Really like this band. I don't know. Guess it's fine. Was it related to the cat game? No, it's just a cat in a Santa hat that for some reason they AI generated. It's like surprising to me that they like didn't address it at all though. There was like so much backlash over it, and people were like, you could have literally like photoshopped like a cat. Why did you have to AI generate? You could just take a photo of someone with the just like someone in your office surely has a cat. You could put a hat on it, or you could even Photoshop the hat on. Wow. Did I hear about the AI cat game? Catly? Yes. They had a trailer at the Game Awards and everyone's like, what the frick? How did this game get there? Apparently it's not AI generated. According to them. I don't know, they might be lying. But according to them, it's not actually an AI generated game. But like the assets look extremely AI generated. So like either they're lying or like, I don't know. They didn't show any gameplay either. It doesn't even look like a game. I don't even know what it is. Apparently it's coming out on the Apple Watch, which I'm like, how is that possible? NFT company would never lie. Is it an NFT company? I don't know. But sure does have the vibes of being an AI generated game. It somehow has simultaneously the vibe of an AI game and an NFT game, which I don't get Don't know how you get unintentionally. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, thank you, Delicious Smile, for the 7 months. I'm impressed how cohesive the AI generated looking thing looked. I mean, according to them, it's not AI generated, so maybe they're right. Maybe it actually just, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to go for the AI generated aesthetic. I don't know. But anyway, that is a thing that's happening. That certainly is a thing. But that's pretty much it. Literally nothing else to talk about. You can close the stream now. And be like, he's washed. He's the goat is washed. He has nothing to talk about. It's only been an hour. True. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. It's like tomorrow I have scheduled Stitch and Picross, but like that's a chatting stream and I don't know if I have anything to talk about. Like I technically could have not streamed today, but I'm like, I wouldn't be doing anything anyway. I probably would just be like watching videos, tuning into streams, and I was like, I might as well stream. Could always do more Advent of Code. True. I was interested in doing more Advent of Code though. It was fun doing that stream on Monday. Solving problems. You know, it's not the most interactive of streams, you know. It also alienates a lot of viewers, people that don't do programming. They're like, I don't know what's happening here. But it's fun. I do enjoy it. Wolfie brings out the gamiest game. Advent of Code. It brings in a different audience. It does, though. It does bring in people that don't normally watch my streams also. Like, people on Blue Sky found the tweet somehow. They're like, oh, I saw your post on Blue Sky about it. Great to see people programming in Rust. I had someone reply to me on Blue Sky who was like, whoa, that's impressive. You're doing it in Rust. I was considering doing it in Rust, but I wasn't that masochistic or whatever. I'm like, I don't think it's that bad. Maybe just because like I do Rust professionally. When people are like, what the? You're doing it in Rust? That's crazy. What the heck? I'm just like, this is normal. I'm so normal. I'm so messed up that doing Advent of Code in Rust is just normal to me. Butterfly site. Even the Steam page text was most likely AI generated. It was nonsense that had since been rewritten. Yes. All with Envia cats. So true. Cats. What? How are they going to release a game on Apple Watch, though? How is that even possible? No one makes games on Apple Watch. Anyway, maybe I'll do more Advent of Code tomorrow. Because, like, I feel like if you don't do it this week, if you, like, somehow do Advent of Code after Christmas is over, it's like it suddenly loses all interest, right? It just feels like to do Christmas things after Christmas is over just feels weird. It's like, oh, Christmas, it's, you know, you gotta be thinking about the new year. Why are you doing Christmas stuff? It's crazy. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And then, you know, Saturday we got variety gaming. And then I guess I could probably stream every day besides Sunday next week. But I'm like, what am I gonna stream? What am I even gonna play? I don't even know. It's like a bunch of stuff. There's like so many games out there. A full week, yeah, because I don't have work. I'm on vacation next week. For the next 3 weeks even. I don't know. Christmas. Krampus. Yeah, I don't know. That's next week. Various things to consider. Many things to consider. Welcome, Deffins. Yes, Thursday Wolf. You missed all the interesting stuff. All of the jury duty conversations. All the conversations about Steam's recap. And now we're just, you know, we're just saying things. Arbitrarily. Just arbitrary topics. Such as this penguin. It sure is a penguin, everyone. Anyway, yesterday, I feel like yesterday to me felt like a Friday. And also today felt like a Friday. And tomorrow's also going to feel like a Friday. But tomorrow really is a Friday. That's cool, right? That's cool. When days feel like different days. And technically, I do have work tomorrow. But like, honestly, I don't think I'm going to get anything done. I don't think anyone at work is going to do anything tomorrow. I technically also have work on Monday, but like that's literally like the week or like the day right before Christmas Eve. And I don't think anyone's gonna do anything on that day either. Pretty much the year is like already over. More bad to sleep too. So true. Except when I raid someone and then they talk loudly and you're like, what the frick? Why would they not normalize their volume like Wolfie does? Why would they be screaming? Do you get that? Do you get, like, when you're watching a stream and someone is normally quiet and then they raid into someone and literally the first thing you hear is screaming? Actually, that happened to me yesterday. I was watching a stream yesterday. I found, like, this streamer who does, like, Mario 64 speedruns who's very chill and quiet. But then they raided into someone and literally, like, the person they raided into was playing the kazoo at the moment the raid went through. And it was, like, the loudest thing I'd heard. It's like, holy frick. I tend to get people who are too quiet. Yeah, people don't understand. Some people, they set their volume too low. And it's like, I feel like if you are a content creator, you should consider setting your volume higher. Because people that, you know, if you're watching a stream and the volume's too high, you can simply lower it on the volume slider. But then if you watch someone who's too quiet, you can't make it louder because then the maximum volume that thing can go to could be still too low. So just consider streaming with higher volume. Tabbed out, Twitch app does not follow raids for whatever reason. Oh, that's also true. So true. I think sometimes I do appreciate though that some streamers that I watch don't actually raid anyone. Because like then I don't have to worry about like if I leave the tab open and like they raid someone, I don't have to like care about, you know, what the audio is going to be in that person that they raid, right? Because like a list never raids anyone, and like I can count on it being like as soon as the stream is over, it's just going to be quiet, which in some ways is also good. I don't have to be like, oh, what if they raid into someone and then they raid into someone else and then they have like, you know, just a bunch of messed up stuff on the screen. Or their audio is like way too loud or whatever. Oh, look at this. Look at this penguin. Well done. Wow. Great penguin. Sure is the year of the Linux desktop, everyone. We got the Linux penguin right here. All right, let's do day 13. Lucky number 13. What is this? This is bells. This is bells. This is the is that a mistletoe? I don't actually know. Missile. Yo, this is legally distinct jingle bells. Jingle bells, but not. It's not jingle bells. Jingle bells, jingle bells. We are genuinely pretty close now, which is wild. Close to what? Christmas? Bingle gels. Bingle? Bingle, bingle. This goes here. Definitely goes here. The year of the Linux desktop. Could be. Thanks to Steam for doing that. Thanks to Proton making it viable to play games on Linux. Even better than on Mac. It's goated. Your dad installed Linux on his laptop this year? Which one though? Is it Linux Mint? I feel like nowadays a lot of people use, yeah, I knew That's like the, I feel like that's the most accessible one nowadays. It's the one that's most similar to Windows. Welcome, Rick. It's Christmas. Install Mint on your grandma's computer. Yeah, like it used to be that Ubuntu would be the one that you would suggest to people. But now it's like, no, it's Linux Mint. Expecting a Pokemon game? No, you're thinking of wooloop. That's a different thing. That's the sheep Pokemon. Mint is relatively no BS. The main problem with Ubuntu is GNOME. What's wrong with GNOME? Not a problem with gnomes. It's a very different experience from Windows. Yeah, that is true though. Like a wooloop. Wooloop racing? No, it's you're looping the wool. Looping the third. GNOME is miserable? What? I thought... Actually, I didn't really like GNOME either. When I used Linux, I was not really a fan of GNOME. It's not awful, right? I don't know. This is another rendition of Jingle Bells, by the way. You can definitely hear it. Just like the previous song, they've got tunes that are like Jingle Bells, but distinct. It's not exactly Jingle Bells. KDE is what I tend to use if I want something more fully featured. Mate is classic GNOME. What's even the GNOME? We've talked about this before. We've had many a discussion on Linux, what are they called? Desktop managers or whatever? Window managers. XFCE. I've talked about XFCE. Have I played Helltaker? I have not, but I have seen people play it. I am aware of that game. Desktop environments. Is it not window managers? Is window manager a different thing? What even are things? What are people even? I want something with good tiling. Same guy released another game called Awaria. Yes, I saw that Mint Phantom was played. It's a game about ghosts. I don't really have an interest in playing it, but I'm sure that many people will. I'm sure it will be of interest to many people. Desktop environments are fully featured. WMs only do Windows. So is XFCE a desktop environment and not a window manager? What is that? It's been a long time since I've used Linux. Yes. It's usually a DE. Okay. Then sure. Sure. Definitely a thing. I know about Thunar. I've talked about Thunar before. i3 is a window manager. Is Sway, Wayland? Those are those window managers? i3M, W3, I don't know, one of those. I'm just naming acronyms. Just saying words that don't make sense to anyone. It is a WM as well. Wham. Remember Wham? Remember... Oh, do you see they're adding Mariah Carey and... I was gonna say Mint. And then they're adding Miku to Fortnite. They're also adding... What else are they adding? They're adding many things. Skibidi Toilet? They're adding Skibidi Toilet to Fortnite? That's crazy. What are they even doing? I need to pick a WM for next year? Probably moving to Wayland. You could... Why not now? You could do it now. Change your window manager now. Now. Wayland. Welcome, Marklar, Mariah, and Mint Costella. Yeah. Hatsune Mint. Hatsune Mike. Don't have time to play around with it right now. But you could. You could do it if you really wanted to. Surely. Anyway, I'm not going to play Fortnite, but I'm sure many people are going to. Many people, they're going to be like, whoa, what the Hatsune Miku? I gotta play that. Can't miss out on Hatsune Miku, dude. Really shouldn't want it right now. The window manager or Miku? Any Miku fans? I saw when they announced it, a lot of people in the replies were like, what the? We wanted a New Jeans collab. New Jeans, which I think is the K-pop group. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. Did they think they were going to have a New Jeans collab? All the K-pop stands were like, I can't believe that we don't want this trash. We want New Jeans. No one's asking for this. Who the heck is Hatsune Miku? And then a lot of the replies are just like, they don't even know Miku. Come on, man. That's like the most classic. Miku? Everyone knows Miku. Skibidi toilet? They're adding Skibidi toilet? What else are they adding? Mariah Carey? Yeah, Mariah Carey's gonna be in it. What a game, huh? Fortnite. There's a cooking YouTuber who wrote an article about Christmas music harmony and he'll never live it down. Who? He has a degree in music. Who is this? Do you watch a lot of food YouTube? Adam Ragusi. That sounds familiar. I feel like I might have seen his videos in my recommended. Like, I watch some YouTube food people. A lot of it is just people that are reviewing food, though. Such as Japan Eat. Everyone knows Japan Eat. That's the guy who eats food in Japan. Can you believe that? Eating food in Japan. Reviewing food in Japan. That's crazy. Never heard of this before. What a wild concept. Mariah Carey should only be available to use after Thanksgiving to Christmas. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't the song sound like Puyo Fever? Does anyone play enough Puyo Puyo to know what I'm referring to here? Welcome, Props Not Jack. Like, don't these instruments sound like Puyo Puyo instruments? Whatever that means. To me, when I think of Puyo Puyo, it sounds like this. Started watching Trash Taste. Again, I have never watched them. They have trash taste. Why would you watch them when they have taste that is trash? I would simply watch people that have good taste. Such as Northern Lion. I don't know. Yeah, good times. Good times. So true, Wolfie. So true. Imagine being trash. Imagine trashing. What if it was a podcast about dumpster diving to taste the trash? Are they literally tasting the trash? Oh, it could be about raccoons. Don't raccoons eat trash? Welcome, Waffle Mooncake. Dumpster cookies. Yeah, it could be them. They could be raccoons. Anyway, it is nice to listen to different music, though. I feel like we've been listening to the same song constantly. And listening to something like this, you know, for like a week or two, it's kind of nice. Remember the episode of Seinfeld with George eating the eclair? I don't, actually. Do I remember that? I feel like maybe if I saw the episode, I would remember it, but off the top of my head, it doesn't ring any bells. Completely off topic, but apparently half of German Discord users can't access their account and are banned. What? How did that happen? What's the deal with that? You're still logged in. Why would that happen? Why would they ban all of Germany? What did Germany even do to deserve this? Classic episode? Hold on, let me look it up. Okay, after I complete this loop, I will look up Seinfeld George Eclair. Buddies of yours got banned 30 minutes ago. What the? Was there like some law that Discord broke in Germany? That's what's happening. Oh, the misery. Oh, the misery. The state in the US, Missouri. This wooloop, no, this loop, just this loop. I have not watched Arcane. I actually have no interest in Arcane. Despite the fact that I do have the Arcane badge on Twitch. Hold on, let me look up, what is it called? George Eclair. Seinfeld. The gymnast. I don't recognize this. I probably have seen the episode, but just seeing the screenshot does not remind me of anything. Did I watch? Oh, the misery. Is that the song from Arcane season 2? I thought that was from season 1. Kind of arguing with family. I'm just trying to figure out how we can get closer with the rest of our family. What is there to argue about, though? Do they hate? Do they hate the other family side of the family? Zoe and I are not banned, so I don't think so. Maybe they messed up banning a bot wave. I don't know. Imagine using Discord. Does anyone here use Discord? Only meet on holidays. I feel like that's true of like a lot of families though. Especially if you don't live in the same region. Alternatively, you are bots and bots took over Discord. I've been talking about this. Like the fact that people trust so many like Steam bots, not Steam bots, but Discord bots. Discord bots to manage their server. Like if Carlbot or like one of those highly used bots just gets compromised, like all servers can just be like destroyed, right? Only you use Discord. I would never use Discord. It's one of those words that they've ruined. You know how Discord is just like a regular English word now? Or like, I mean, it has been, but then now when you say Discord, it's like, oh, I like the messaging app. No, it just means, you know, a word. It's a word. It's a real word. Just like how Tumblr is a real word. But when I say Tumblr, people are like, oh, like the website. No, I mean the thing that you put beverages in. The Tumblr. One guy I know got banned checking others. Man, what's happening? I'm sure if you looked up on Twitter, just like German Discord, probably many people are going to be like, what the heck happened? I got banned from Discord. Good old Friday. No, it's Thursday. I guess it is Friday in Germany. Let's see. Markler says, it's the norm. I think it's wrong. I want to actually know who my cousins are. You don't know who they are? What the? I guess in that case, it is reasonable to expect to talk to them. You could reach out to them. Welcome Muffin. It's Waffles Wednesday? No, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. It feels like Friday. It does, right? Christmas season. Gotta really put emphasis on the E in the last ER to differentiate from the BLR. What? What is that about? Oh, Tumblr. Yeah. Yeah, when you see Tumblr spelled the right way, Tumbler, it looks wrong because we're so used to seeing it refer to the website. Man, what the Tumblr? What, Tumblr doesn't have an E in it. It does. The real word Tumblr. Yeah, who even are they? No one truly knows. Imagine though, pushing to prod literally days before Christmas week. Could not be me. I would never push code. Ever. Welcome, Nanodan. No work until the 7th. I also, I'm off until the 13th, actually. Isn't that crazy? 3 weeks, almost 3 full weeks, because I have so many vacation days. And if I don't use them, they don't roll over. I mean, they do roll over, but there's a cap. And I will have reached that cap at some point. What are my vacation plans? I have none. I have no plans. Probably just gonna be at home, watch streams. I don't know. Nothing. There's nothing. Nanodan is back on the 2nd. Imagine working. Couldn't be me. Trip to Japan? No. Someday. I don't know when. Eventually. Vacation plans. Sit on bed. Eat food. At the same time? You can't do that. You can get crumbs on your bed. You don't want that. Go to Comiket. I feel like I don't have much interest in going to Comiket anymore. Like, even when I did go to Japan, like, I didn't really want to buy anything from Comiket. The only reason I went to Comiket was, like, to meet up with people. And, like, you know, to meet artists that I enjoyed. And give things to people. I feel like nowadays, I don't know. Not too interested anymore. What about lay in bed and watch Wolf? I can't do that. I can't be watching my own streams. I'm cross-legged at my bed desk and having dinner right. Isn't it 3 p.m. over there? You're having a 3 p.m. dinner? That's so early. That's not even dinner time. That's like a late lunch. It's like an afternoon lunchtime snack. Snack time, 3 p.m. snack. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing the next 3 weeks. Probably just a lot of streams. I don't know. Maybe I can like think of a program to write. Maybe I can be like, oh, I would love to build this thing and then start programming something. 3-week subathon. No. I was gonna say lunch, but didn't want some person to be like, lunch is only at noon. Lunch? Oh, you can't have lunch at 3 p.m. That's crazy. Don't you know lunch is formally defined as the meal between 11 and 2 p.m. Crazy. I don't know. Is there a formal definition of lunch? Is that a thing? Wolfiathon when? Never. I would never do such a thing. Imagine streaming for a long period of time. Could not be me. Would never. The meal I have when I'm hungry in the middle of the day. Lunch. Luncheon? Ah, an unforgettable. I hope you're in the mood for an unforgettable luncheon. Patented Skinner burgers. Yep. That's how it goes. Is you call them steamed ham, despite the fact that they're obviously grilled. Yes, so true. So true. Anyone know this meme? No one knows. It's so obscure you would literally have never heard of it. I'm just kidding. Everyone knows steamed hams. Literally everyone. Aurora Borealis. At this time of year. This time of day. Localized. Entirely in your kitchen. Yes. May I see it? No. No, you may not, sir. I will not allow you, sir, to see this. I like the version where it's Gundam, and also the one where it's Les Mis. How do you pronounce it? Les Mis? Les Mis? Les Mis? French. I wonder how they translated that joke here. In German? I don't know. What if I recited the entirety of steamed hams from memory? Here we go. Okay, we go. Yes, Seymour, I arrived despite your directions. Yes, welcome. I hope you're ready for an unforgettable luncheon. Good. I would love to do such a thing. And then he goes to the kitchen and he's like, oh no, my roast is ruined. And then he looks out and there's Krusty Burger and he says, what if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own? Delightfully devilish, Seymour. And then Superintendent walks in and he's like, Seymour, what's going on? Wait, no, he comes back and then Seymour is like, no, he's stretching his calves. He's out there. He's like, I'm just stretching my calves. It's like, you are an odd fellow. And then he walks out and then he gets the food and he comes back. And then he says, I hope you're ready for some mouth-watering hamburgers. He says, steamed ham. Yeah, these are steamed ham. Isometric exercise. That's what it is. Isometric exercise. And then he says, yes, these are good old-fashioned patented Skinner burgers. You call them steamed hams, despite the fact. No, these are. No, your oven is on fire. I forgot about that. He walks in and he says his oven's on fire, and then he comes back and he's like, no, that's just the steam from the steamed hams. Steamed hams. And okay, then we go back, and then he's like, I've never heard about that. I'm from New York. It's like it's a Utica expression. I'm from Albany. I've never heard. I don't know. He doesn't even know steamed hams. And then they eat the steam, and then he says, these steamed hams are quite similar to the ones they have at Krusty Burger. So, no, that's the patented steam hams. Yep, that's totally how this line goes. And then they eat it, and then he says, good God, what is happening in there? And he's like, oh, that's just the Aurora Borealis. And then he says, Aurora Borealis, localized entirely in your kitchen at this time of day and this time of year. But in reverse from what I just said, in the opposite order. I said it out of order. And then he says, yes, may I see it? No. And then he goes outside and he says, well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, but you steam a good ham. And then it's like, Seymour, help, the house is on fire. No, mother, that's just the northern lights. Help, help. And then the fire, what's it called? Fire truck shows up. The end. I totally forgot about the song. They had a song in that one. The intro song. Anyway, that is my rendition of steamed hams. Feel free to like and subscribe. Make sure to click the video to recommend it. You can click here to look at the next video, or you can click on this video to see what YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Stick around for next week, and where I will be doing the stream. Yep, that's it. Make it a clip. I've seen videos. Wasn't there one of like Vinny Vinesauce doing steamed hams from memory? It's kind of like that, but good. Ring bell. Yeah, hit that bell. Make sure you hit that bell. I mean, YouTube does have a thing where they detect when the streamer or when the person in the video is saying stuff like that, right? Sometimes when the person says make sure you like the video, the like button glows. It's always unsettling to me that they added something like that. True, so true. Why would they do that? Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Smash that bell so that you're notified of future videos from this channel. Actually, 50% of viewers are not actually subscribed. I think you would be doing a great favor if you were to, before watching this video, before you even know what my content is like, to like the video. Have you considered doing this, viewer? Do you see that YouTube allows you to flag your video for AI training usage now? Yes. What surprised me was the fact that it's off by default. So it's like the people would have to specifically turn it on. Like who would do that? They're advertising it as if it was like a big thing. You're like, yo, you would love to, you should enable this feature right now. I mean, it is good that it's off by default, which is what surprised me, because I always would assume that if a platform adds AI training stuff, that it would be on by default. Oh, maybe it's on for default for new accounts. I wonder if that's what it is. Like maybe existing accounts have it off by default, but then if you sign up, there's like a thing that's like you get to choose and it's checked by default. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Perhaps, I don't know. Anyway, steam hams. Good times out here for steam hams. Could be? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Training off by default. How's Al gonna learn now? He will not. Al will never learn. Why would Al ever learn anything? He's weird. That guy is so weird. Don't they also have auto dubbing as a test? What? I didn't know about that. I'm sure people scraping YouTube for content wouldn't ignore the flags. No, it's for YouTube to scrape it. And by scrape, I mean they already have the video, so... Poor AI won't be able... Poor Al, sorry, poor Al. Auto-dubbing and voice replies. I didn't know about the voice replies. I didn't know about the auto-dubbing, though. Voice replies. That's such a weird thing. Voice replies... Who asked for this? It's like some product manager at Google was just like, you know what would be great if we just had people responding vocally to comments. Sounds like a great idea. I don't know. Seems so unnecessary. People can't write would appreciate voice replies? I guess, maybe. Possibly. I guess it would create a stronger connection to your viewers. Be like, you know, like people already in comments, they're like, well, can you like pin this comment? Oh, what the? I got a reply from the streamer / video producer. Wow, this is the most like the edit. Thanks everyone. Wow, I didn't expect this to get 1,000 likes. Wow, everyone, this is my most liked reply. Whoa, and the streamer liked this as well? That's crazy. What the? Now imagine if they got a voice reply, they would go insane. They'd be like, holy frick. My favorite streamer, Gargura, responded to this with a voice reply? What the? I'm gonna put this on my wall. Somehow, even though it's a voice reply. I don't know. I'm gonna buy a CD player and like burn this audio onto the CD track, and then you can press a play button and it'll play it. Imagine a video creator falls in love with a commenter's voice. Oh wait, is voice replies from the viewers? I thought it was that the streamer / channel could post a reply. I thought it was like I didn't assume that it was like chatters could comment with voices. I thought it was the other one. I thought it was the streamer. Any commenter? Wait, what? Okay, maybe I misunderstood then. I thought it was like the channel can respond to text with voice. Well, it turns out I misunderstood. I think I thought of it that way because all the comments that I saw about it on Twitter were from streamers saying that they, like, I would respond to this comment with this thing. I'd never seen someone say like, oh, as a commenter, I would say this thing. How are they gonna moderate that stuff? It seems like it'd be really easy to not catch slurs or just to create. Okay, see, that's what I thought. Because that makes more sense. I would not trust random commenters to, because it would be full of spam, right? It'd be full of people that can bypass moderation tools. It'd be impossible to moderate. Take a screenshot of the sound waves and the spectrogram and print it out. So true. So true. Christmas is here. No. Oh no. Anyway, I will not use it though. How was your review? I talked about it extensively. You can tune into the first hour of the stream in the VOD. Oh, what did this reset my whole thing? I completed this loop and it messed up. I have to do it again. I have to do all of this. Unbelievable. Don't they know who I am? Unloops your loop. Can't believe Wolfie convicted Luigi. He doesn't even have his court case yet. I mean, I consider that a possibility, that we could possibly get assigned to the Luigi case, but like, it did not happen. I don't even know when the case is going to be. Probably after the New Year, I would assume. Anyway, that's something. Mario. Hey, it's me, Mario. Yeah, that's me. Mario sounds like this. This is exactly what Mario sounds like. Mario, hey, I'm walking here. Hey, Luigi, I'm walking here. That's what he sounds like. That's Mario. If you've never listened to Mario before, that's exactly him. Actually, that sound effect was pulled straight from his latest game. Super Mario, Superstars. Super Mario Jamboree Party Jamboree. It's right, he says it's in the hidden files. When people scrape data miners, they found that information. Where he was walking. Well done. Slay. Sleigh bells. Slay. Alright, next one. Let's do number 16. Number 16. What is this? Oh, it's a polar bear. Look at that. I see it. Good old polar bear. Polar bear. I'll take the bear. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Get it? Because like pole or bear. The Polar Express. Polar Express. I'll take the Express, actually. Where's the Coke bottle? It's red. The reason this is red is because of Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola AI-generated Christmas ads. Did you see those? This was like 2 months ago. Maybe it was a month ago. Christmas has been ruined by Coca-Cola. They have enlisted artificial intelligence to create their ads for them. And it looks awful. It just looks very bad. That felt like so long ago, didn't it? I feel like so many things happen nowadays with social media. Memes don't last as long as they used to. Like, I remember seeing this post on Twitter. It was like the anniversary of the Numa Numa video of the guy singing Numa Numa in his house. And people were like, you don't understand. You Zoomers don't understand. Memes back in the day would last weeks, even years. Nowadays, you have a meme, it becomes irrelevant the next week. And it's like, that is true. Back in the day, we didn't have as many memes, and they lasted much longer. Like so many old memes. You would see them for years. Rage comics, they were still popular for like a long time. And now it's like, see a meme today, see a meme the next week, it's not even the same meme. You disagree only a tiny bit though? They kind of incorporate into our online discourse. Skibbity toilet. I feel like if you think of the memes from this past year that will probably last a while, I think Skibbity toilet and Hawk Tuah, those are gonna last at least some time. Among Us. Remember when Among Us? Among Us will never go away. When anyone says sus in like the next 10 years, you're gonna think of Among Us. Welcome, Hoppy Hollow. Just like D's. That D's was even like before memes were even a thing. Riz, yeah, Riz is gonna stick around. But like, there's a lot of stuff that's not gonna stick around. Like, there's always the flavor of the week. Remember the 30 to 50 feral hogs? If you said that today, not that many people would understand. Yeet is a word I see used sometimes. Yeah, that was a long time ago. A lot of stuff is out there. Memes these days, they're built different. They're built for virality rather than longevity. I think that's what it is. It's that back in the day, memes were not like so much intentional. I feel like nowadays a lot of memes are created with the intent of going viral. Back in the day, it just happened to go viral. Based on the fact that people enjoyed it. Now everyone's trying to force the next meme. Sometimes it works. That's how it is. That's how it is in this industry. It's meme or be memed. To krill or be krilled. To be based or be cringed. To be hawked or be tua'd. What is a hawk to a god? Remember that thing. What is a king to a god? What is a god to? What is a hawk to a? Welcome, Mint. Thank you for the 24. Yo, the 24 years. So true. Welcome back from the East Coast, by the way. I hope you had a fun time being in the East Coast. It was very cold here. Quite cold. I did. That's good. Good times. I was here as well. Had to go to the office 3 days last week. And it was actually fine. Yeah, the Hawk 2A. Strangely warm on a few days. Yeah, actually it was. It was, I think on like Tuesday or Wednesday it was kind of warm. And good times though. Good times being on the East Coast. I say as someone who is always on the East Coast. Let's see, I saw someone on Earth. Here comes that boy. Oh, I remember that one. That boy. A frog on the unicycle. That was a meme. Now, some pizza in Queens that was probably the best I ever had. Dang. Do you know the name of the place? I don't find myself in that area ever, but I don't know if I'm ever there. If I ever happen to be in that neighborhood, maybe I will go there. There's like a lot of good pizza here, though. I feel like there is a lot of good pizza here, but like if you ask me to name a specific pizza restaurant that I would recommend, I'd be like, I don't actually know. I feel like to me, it's like they all kind of blend into each other. Because I feel like I don't go, when I get pizza, I don't get it because it's good. I get it because it's cheap. It's like I get like dollar pizza usually. Or at least I used to. Nowadays, I don't even buy pizza that much anymore. Bongo Cat is definitely one that managed to survive in a lot of Twitch emotes. Yeah, Bongo Cat, that's a classic name. Andrew Belluccini's Pizza. They had amazing pizza boxes too. Let me see this one. Oh, that's a funny image. That's a good image. They had this on their pizza boxes. Bellucci's The Dawn of Dough Pizzeria. Classic. I'm sure it's good though. It probably is delicious. I feel like it's kind of hard to find bad pizza in New York though. Because like even the really cheap stuff is like pretty decent. Something about it. It's the pizza. It's the pizza. Hey, making pizza here. And a chicken parmesan made with vodka sauce? That sounds good. There's like this one channel on YouTube whose shorts I always get recommended. I think it's called like Devour Power or something. They review a lot of restaurants, but I think the guy who owns the channel is like obsessed with vodka sauce. Every single video he has like, and check out, of course you gotta have that vodka sauce. They drizzle on a ton of vodka sauce, and then all the comments on their video are like, oh, here he goes again with the vodka sauce. Dude literally drinks the vodka sauce. I don't think I've ever had vodka sauce pizza though. So I want to go to New York one day for the food. Food is pretty good. It's actually quite goated. Reminds me of how epic mealtime was with the bacon. Oh yeah, remember when bacon used to be a meme? Bacon somehow became a meme like on Reddit and like in general? It's wild to me. People are like, whoa, what the epic bacon? Oh man, love that bacon. Yeah, I knew it. Epic bacon. True, right? So true. Bacon. Times were different. Nowadays, you can't as easily just turn a food into a meme. Also, yes, Stanley, I will hydrate. It is in fact 7 p.m., the perfect time to drink water. Alright. And bacon pancakes. MySpace. I still think steak is a meme to this day. Is it though? Was there like a notable steak meme? I don't recall any. And got biryani with my friend yesterday. He was surprised they served it with a special yogurt sauce. Yogurt, pretty good. Yogurt, I appreciate yogurt. Sometimes it doesn't feel like yogurt is supposed to go with something, but then you eat it and it's like, yeah, this is good. I did go to the Google what is that? The Googie with its current exhibit was the Guggenheim, the museum. I haven't been there since probably when I was in school. I don't know. It's been probably like at least 15 years, maybe 20 years since I've been there. Is steak actually good, or did we gaslight ourselves into thinking medium rare steak is the pinnacle of cuisines? I don't really like it. I'm not an enjoyer of steak. Just like a lot of times it's like too tough. A lot of times it's like, I don't know, the only time I really think I really enjoyed steak was when I went to Japan. When I had Kobe beef, and I was like, oh, wait a second, this is good. It ruined steak for me, because if I ever have steak, I'm like, oh, this isn't as good as the freaking Kobe beef steak, man. This is messed up. Search maps for Google. The crazy amount of steak on food social media. Steak is unusually popular. I don't know. I also think steak is kind of overrated. But just because I specifically don't like it. I very much dislike medium rare, too chewy, just gives me straight up medium. Yeah, I don't understand the appeal of like medium rare steak. It's like, I feel like a lot of times people get medium rare steak only because otherwise people will be like, oh, what the, you like medium rare steak? Sorry, medium well steak? Cringe, you gotta eat your steak medium rare or whatever. People will laugh at you. Unbelievable. They're bullying you. Nano Janet enjoys well done. See, like, I think that's fine. You'll have people tell you, oh, what the frick, man, this guy eats well done steak, cringe, how dare he eat his meat cooked Wow, that was crazy. Cringe. Crispy garlic on Japanese steak is good. It is good. That is true. All the best steaks that I've had have been at Japanese restaurants. Because it is quite good. Let's see, unless I've only had bad steak, which is possible, but I still need my veggies. What veggies do they normally serve with steak? Broccoli? I usually think of broccoli. It's a food that goes with steak, right? Maybe. See, that's why I think it is a meme, at the very least, in the extended sense, as an idea spreading in society. Yeah, people have perceptions of what makes a proper steak. You give a minuscule amount of broccoli or asparagus. What about mushrooms? Don't they often also give mushrooms with steak? Usually with some kind of sauce. Mushroom truffle. Maybe at the fancy places. The mushrooms too. Yeah, mushrooms. True. Yeah, I don't know. Steak, it's fine. It would never be my first choice, though. Unless it was a place that was specifically known for steak. Roasted stuff. What about carrots? Roasted peppers. Pepper steak. Pepper lunch. Pepper lunch. Anyone been to pepper lunch? I don't know, I just think I dislike high-class American food. Steak. Yeah, I feel like steak is like... Go to like a high-end American restaurant, it's gotta have steak. Which I'm not a fan of. Imagine eating steak. Imagine having higher levels of iron from eating steak. Lamb and goat are the better meats. Lamb is pretty good. I like lamb chops. A lot of Chinese restaurants will have human lamb. That's good. Some good lamb right there. I feel like lamb is like not very common though. But I do enjoy it. We gotta go with chicken though. I'm first and foremost a chicken enjoyer. Can't go wrong with chicken. Actually, that's not true. You can definitely go wrong with chicken. Sometimes chicken can be too dry, but like a lot of times it's good. Tofu also good. Just a lot of good food out there. Anyone have good food recently? What is the best thing you've eaten in the last week? For me, it probably would be the burrito I had yesterday. The California burrito that I always get when I'm in that area. Oh, not always. Sometimes I get the quesadilla, but it's good. It's good food. See, my friend always reacts with, "But lamb is a bit gamey. Are you sure?" I've never perceived it as gamey in my life because I'm kind of used to it. I don't think it's gamey. I feel like maybe it depends on how well it's cooked. Maybe the lamb that they've had is undercooked. Perhaps that is their fault. They should simply have it served in a way that tastes good. Yo, this is straight up just like actual Jingle Bells. Like the actual real Jingle Bells. Is that allowed? Lamb prepared in some ways might be slightly more gamey. Maybe it should have been nominated for the Game Awards. Am I right, guys? Get it, guys? Game Awards? Oh man, that's crazy. Told the joke that's relevant. Game Awards. Oh, I saw a joke the other day. You know how like the Muppets, those Muppets guys were at the Game Awards, and they were making jokes. I saw a joke on Twitter that was like, hey, it was a screenshot of those two guys. It was like, what do you think about Marvel Rivals? And then the other guy's like, it's like steak. Or sorry, what was the joke? I don't remember. It's like something about steak. I'm messing it up. You're gonna be like, this is not funny at all, streamer. It was like, it's just like steak. A lot of times it's not. Oh, that's what it was. I would call it a medium game because it's not rare and also not well done. That's what it was. Hamflo knows. He's seen the tweet. What do you think of Marvel Rivals? I think I would call it a medium game because hero shooters are not rare and not well done. So true. That was the joke. Hero shooter, that's what it was. Hero shooter, isn't that Luigi? Am I right? Luigi. I've seen that tweet, but that's an actual quote from an episode. What? I thought they made it up for the tweet. Well, they stole it. They stole the joke. I didn't know. As someone who has never really watched the Muppets, I did not know. I thought that was an original. I will rescind their Reddit gold. User has revoked their Reddit gold for this comment. Twitter gold. What if they added Twitter gold? Could they do that? I think they would do that. I've been noticing on Twitter recently, on the top right of some tweets, there's like a button that's like, ask Grok about this. Have you seen this? Why does it only show up for some tweets? I've never clicked it because I don't care about Grok. By the way, Grok is the AI Twitter thing. But like, what does that button do? Is it like, you talk to Grok and it's like, Grok, what does this tweet mean? According to my research, this tweet is a reference to this hit meme, blah, blah, blah. This meme about whatever. I never heard the word Grok before the AI. It's used quite often in like, what's it called? Programmers? A lot of times programmers will say like, oh, I didn't fully grok that. Can you like explain this? Oh, I only grokked this thing once I read this paper or whatever. It's a tech thing. But I think it was a reference to like Star Trek or something, right? Was that a thing in Star Trek? It's a guy named Grok who probably understood things. No, it's probably some kind of sci-fi thing. Grok is like to deeply understand something. To grok something. I totally grokked this. Welcome, Brooke. It sounds very unga bunga for tech. No, it's very high tech. What are we talking about? We're talking about grok. Good old grok. Here people prefer towel day kind of stuff. What is that? Towel day? Grep. Grep. That's another programming thing. Grep. Everyone knows grep. Not everyone, I guess. Many people know grep. Sometimes when people think about grep, they think about the Game Grumps. Because they had a segment where they said grep. And everyone laughed and people didn't even know. They didn't even know that it was already a thing. Well, you're going to have to explain this. I can't be clicking this. The VOD watchers also will not understand. They would have to type that link in. Who even watches VODs? Am I right, guys? Imagine watching a VOD. I watched a VOD. Actually, yeah, like I never watch VODs, but I did watch VODs. I watched 2 VODs in recent memory. Towel Day is celebrated every year on 25th May as a tribute to the author Douglas Adams. Fans openly carry a towel with them, as described in Adams' The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, demonstrate their appreciation for the books and the author. But why is that a thing? I'm sure it's a reference to something from his literature. But what? This is the first time I've heard of this. Towel Day. Imagine carrying a towel around for an entire day. Imagine showing respect for an author I would never. I should read more than the first book. I haven't read any of those books. I don't know anything about The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The only thing I know, and I'm sure the only thing most people know, is 42. The answer to the question of life, the universe, and everything. I don't even know what that means. What did they even mean by that? The first and second Hitchhikers is just the original radio play adapted in 2 novels. It was a play? You would love the mice in that book, would I? Why? What about them? The rest are sequels of varying lesser quality. I see. Sequels. Welcome Chicken Coop, thank you for the 30 months. Juror number 12. Hey, that's a reference to 12 Angry Men. That's a reference to juries in general. Probably not specifically 12 Angry Men, but that's what I think of. 42 is supposed to not make sense. It's the point of the joke. I see. A lot of people say 42 is the answer to life and earth. It's actually the answer to the question of, like, do you know this? Actually, 42 is not the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Or actually, it's the answer to the question of the life, the universe, and everything. It's an important distinction to make, actually, because in his book, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, he actually explains in this way. Blah, blah, blah. Do you know this? I bet you didn't know this. I knew this. I saw someone mention this. And I was like, that's true. He is, in fact, this thing. Totally. True. Definitely true. I remember what it was in the book vaguely. Unfortunately for you, sir, I've drawn you as the crime juror 4 Jack and me as the juror 12 Chad. I was thinking that yesterday. When I was in the jury duty room, I was like, I remember reading 12 Angry Men. And the fact that in a jury, everyone has to agree. Everyone has to agree before you can leave the room. Some people, they just don't care. They're just like, I just want to get this over with. Some people are very adamant. They're like, no, this guy was totally innocent, dude. What the frick? That one guy convinces everyone. I remember what it was in the book vaguely, which was something along the lines of an intermediate result. 42? 42, isn't that just, the number? Isn't that just Hitman, but like 5 less? Isn't that just Hitman minus 5? Yeah, I don't know, man. One Angry Man. Did you see that Lex Luthor is in the Superman movie is Hitman Agent 47? Do you see that? I saw that. Just a bald guy, just bald man in a suit. Agent 47, your job is to kill Superman. You see that? I saw that. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just saying things. Hey, do you see the thing? Hey, this is what Jay Leno does. Hey, do you guys see Kevin? Do you see this one? Do you see Kevin? Do you see this? You see this, guys? Did you? Well, did you see it? I don't think you did. Did you see this sweet classic? Did you see this sweet moment? Did you see the tweet where they mentioned this thing, this meme? Hey, do you see the meme where Baby Gronk called out the Rizzler? Guys, am I right, guys? Costco guy. I don't know. Twitter has been a lot of fan art. Oh, you know what I've been recommending on Twitter recently? Rat videos. And I love that. I think I saw one rat video / tweet on my timeline. I liked it. I watched the video, and then it just keeps recommending them to me. It's not even like popular ones. It's ones that have like tens of likes. And I think that's great. The algorithm finally knows what I want to see. A ratgorithm. It's good. It's good stuff. It's not gonna last though. I feel like every time the algorithm finally understands what I want to see, a week later it goes back to like quote retweets. People just being like, "Oh, what's your what opinion has you like this? Anyone want to tell me before 2024 is over? Can someone quote retweet this with your favorite whatever?" What was your most popular tweet of this year? Quote retweet this with your best moment of the year, etc. That's how they do things. That's how Twitter goes. Everyone just has tweets that you just like quote retweet something with something else. Happens all the time, man. That's what the For You page is always. Yes, a lot of it is that. Quote retweet this with your banger tweet of the year. Just a lot of that. Welcome, Liquid Cake. Is the snow in-game? It is. It is, in fact, in the game, wooloop. It is not a stream overlay. Shoveled just like snow. All right, got this one right here. There's a lot of good art I missed. What is the best art? What is the goated art? What? Okay, hold on. What if I go to my Twitter timeline and I see what is being posted on my For You page right now? A lot of Marvel Rivals videos for some reason. Skibbity Toilet. Fortnite. Some cat videos. Some more Marvel Rivals. Superman movie. Fortnite. Shadow the Hedgehog. Superman movie. Sonic movie. VTube Studio. Fuwamoko fan art. Some kind of VTuber card game. Timothy Chalamet dances to Bob Dylan in new video. Cat image, Lex Luthor, Miku, image of Miku in Fortnite, The Grinch, cat video, Zenless Zone Zero, Undertale, cat video, Sonic, Monster Hunter, cookies. Anyway, a lot of stuff. Librarian is still on my For You. Yeah, a lot of times I just get like recommended tweets that are just Librarian responding to stuff. And I'm like, I don't really want to see this. Sometimes he's just out there saying things and I'm like, why would you put this on my timeline? Bro. I feel like the tweets that I hate the most are the ones that are like people quote retweeting like a bad tweet to dunk on someone. And it's like the fact that you quote retweeted this is what caused the bad take to show up on my timeline in the first place. Like if you did not quote retweet this thing, I would not have seen it. I would not have had to look at this awful opinion that someone has. And I would have been much happier not knowing that this is a thing. And so when I look at my For You page and I'm like, if there was a way to just prevent quote retweets from showing up on your For You page, I think that would improve the quality significantly. But I don't think that is a thing that you can do. Librarian posting fauna gifts, replying to Jimmy Carter's status. See, those are fine. I think those are fine. For Wolfie, yeah. Why would they just do that? Just quote retweet someone like, hey, everyone, look at how stupid this guy is. Yeah, but then it gives them engagement. And then, you know, maybe someone actually agrees with that stupid take. And then now you just cause more people to be exposed to it. Just like, that's stupid. I don't want to see it. That's Twitter. That's just what Twitter's like nowadays. That's how people get money. Because people get paid when their tweets get seen. Unless you actually have valuable insight. If it's just like, this sucks, then nah. Exactly. Unless it's like the menswear suit guy, right? The guy who has opinions, who is qualified to speak on something. Christmas. Recently, I lost a lot of followers on Twitter, which is excellent. I wish I could lose more followers on Twitter, honestly. So I feel like a lot of times people, they just follow and then they never actually even interact. If I had fewer followers, that would be great. I wish I could lose Twitch followers. Sure wish that the people that follow the stream and never watch would just unfollow. Maybe that's a bad thing to say, but you know, that's just how it is. You know how it is. Sometimes people, they'll just follow. They're like, oh, this guy, I'll watch him. Never show up ever. Literally only followed because, I don't know. I think it's cool to have fewer followers. That's where I'm at nowadays. If you asked me 15 years ago, you're like, would you like to have more followers? I would have been like, yeah, totally. Why would I not want more followers? Now that I have followers, I'm like, I don't want that. Give me fewer followers. Another guy who I really like on Twitter is the Fubuki artist called Hyde. I know of him. Sometimes his tweets show up in my recommended. And I see them. And I'm like, oh yeah, this guy. This fellow right here. Classic fellow. Good old fellow. His art is so pretty. I feel like I actually never see his art in my For You page. It's always like some other random tweet of his that is not his drawings. I don't think I've seen his art like in a long time. Just other stuff that he posts. I just don't know. Shrimply, just don't know. Man, Horse Beach Man. Man. That algorithm sure does put tweets on your timeline. Love to see content. Just posting. Anyone posting recently? Anyone posting anything on any website? I don't really post that much anymore. I just post my going live tweets, and that's pretty much it. I can quite understand your Twitter woes. I don't think I'd ever really want to get big. But I sure wouldn't want it for something different to what I was mostly trying to do. Exactly, right? Exactly. Post on Blue Sky. I post a lot of nonsensical stuff. You're gonna try post more on YouTube. Posting on YouTube? What the? Imagine YouTube. Anyone YouTubing right now? Simply post about the sandwich you had the other day. I should start doing that. You know, maybe I should. Maybe in 2025, I'll just be like, oh, I had a good sandwich today. Oh, I love this sandwich. Wow, I went to the store today. That's great. That's how social media used to be. Before people realized you could make a career out of it. Before people used it simply as a means to advertise their other content on other websites. And just be like, look at this. Check this out. Image_8047.jpg. Wow. What if Wolfie started posting food pics again? No. I had like an Instagram where I would post food. And I feel like it would be very easy to tell where I worked based on like the location of the restaurants that I posted. It'd be like, oh, you went to this restaurant and this restaurant. If you plotted them all out on the map, it'd be like, oh yeah, look at this. This is all within, you know, 10-block radius of this office or whatever. I mean, I don't work there anymore, but I did. Learning how to do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star after randomly making sounds on the guitar for 6 months to keep it wet. Oh, that was a tweet of yours. I see. I was like, what is he quoting? What is bro even saying? I don't know. He's posting posts. I should just start posting things. Because, like, people that are not watching this stream don't even know that I had jury duty. Right? I feel like nowadays, the only way to know what I'm up to is to watch my streams. I never post on social media about anything that's happening. I'm sure, like, people have been following me on Twitter. They don't even know when I was in my job layoff arc and I was looking for jobs. Like, that was a pretty big thing on stream, but I don't think I ever posted about it on any, like, website. I used to post things about my life on Facebook. Now it's kind of just teetering on the edge of I want to delete it, but I haven't. Oblivion, and I never signed in. Facebook. Imagine Facebook. I feel like the only people that are on Facebook nowadays are, like, old people, right? Isn't that true? Old people and people that want to talk to their old relatives. I guess there's like Facebook Marketplace. I forgot about that. But times are changing. I only log on to Facebook to check friends' birthdays. True. Old people, Marketplace, and bots. Exactly. Facebook was my place to rage post about dumb people doing dumb things. It fell way off after 2020. What if people start posting on LinkedIn? Man, it's like every time I log into LinkedIn and I see people posting stuff, I'm like, man, what are you doing? This is where you post things? It's crazy. Okay, look at this. Look at this bear. That's a good bear right there. It's a great bear. It's a bear and yet it's goated? Strange. It's a goat and yet it's a bear. See, my aging parents are still using it. The weird bot accounts with the pictures of fake hotels and kitchens. What? LinkedIn is the new social for work woes. Whoa, we're crazy. It's whoa. The Twitter guy who pretends to be a CEO. Holy frick, this one? Okay, I don't think I can do this one today. I thought day one would be like a simple one. Not day 5. Okay, this one's simple. Maybe this one's a bit too simple. Yeah, whatever. Twitter CEO who pretends to be a Twitter guy who pretends to be a CEO makes absurd LinkedIn posts. I think I know the guy you're talking about. Also, okay, there's another thing is that I talk about how I don't like when people quote retweet something on Twitter to dunk on it. But like a lot of times people are quote retweeting things that are meant to be jokes taken ironically. And they're like, look at this, he's so stupid, he doesn't even understand. But then you look at the original post and it was like obviously meant to be satirical. Like I saw like a similar thing for like that LinkedIn post where like some guy was obviously being satirical. And then everyone was like quote retweeting it on Twitter. Like, look at, he's so dumb. This CEO really thinks like this. That's crazy. And then the replies, like 10 replies down, are like, you guys know this is satire, right? They're like, no, but like, yeah, I know it's satire, but like, it could be real. I'd say, you know, I know some people who could have said this, but they didn't. That's how it is. I will never make a Twitter. If I had one, I would post buns all day. A dozen people would probably re-at me for reasons. For reasons? Get it? Reasons? Classic. I don't know, man. Things nowadays, you know, society. You know how society is. You know how things are. I remember when people just link things. If you clicked it, got the full context. People don't click things nowadays. If it's not in the tweet, they won't see it. Imagine going into the replies to see the context. It doesn't exist. Guys, you would not believe what I just saw. And then you post something and it's like, what the? That's crazy. What the heck, man? I can't believe they would do that. I know. I saw this post on Twitter. Did people really think this? Wow, they're so stupid. How can they be so stupid to fall for this? And then obviously it's not real. Embedded previews are the downfall. I don't know. Anyway. That's life. That's society, guys. Everyone just gotta consider things. Just gotta think about various things now. You gotta have media literacy. Embedded ads / trackers are the accelerator. Of what? Accelerating what? The downfall of humanity. The end times, the death of everyone. Society. YouTube Shorts ads got much worse recently. Wait, you know something I noticed recently? YouTube Shorts can be longer than 1 minute now. Do you know this? I was watching a YouTube short the other day and I was like, man, this YouTube short seems really long. And then like, after I watched the video, I was like, wait a second. It's like 2 minutes. What the? I didn't know this was allowed. They can be 3 minutes? What the? Was this recent? I feel like I don't see long ones that often. Okay, it was recent. We talked about this here even. No, we talked about TikToks being 3 minutes. I didn't know YouTube Shorts could be 3 minutes. Like, TikToks can be like 10 minutes now, right? Yeah, 10 minutes, yeah. But it's new for YouTube, I think. I know. The context of that was YouTube longs. Well, I don't remember it. And if I don't remember it, surely it never happened. That's how it works on stream. If the streamer doesn't recall something, then it never really happened. It's just how it works. It really says a lot about society, huh? The streamer can just make arbitrary rules, and suddenly it's real now. How do you think they design these stages? Do they place the pins and then loop the wool themselves once? And configure each pin sequence in a different way to playing? Configure each pin sequence in a different way to playing. They probably have a level editor. They probably just draw the general shape and then... I don't know, actually. Who knows? I certainly don't know. The skip button is hidden behind the screen. You have to swipe away. The skip button for YouTube Shorts? Or do you mean ads? Because I haven't seen a YouTube ad in forever. I have YouTube Premium. Skip button. YouTube ads? Okay. I don't know. I haven't seen a YouTube ad probably in years now. Yeah, that's cool. Wait, that's not true. I remember seeing a YouTube. I've seen YouTube ads in other people's watch-along stream. When people do react videos on Twitch, that is the only time I've really seen ads on YouTube. They're real bad on mobile, but I don't get them on desktop. Yeah, because of a uBlock origin. But also, uBlock origin, isn't that going to stop working at some point? Because it doesn't adhere to like the manifest v3 or whatever? Or is that only on Chromium? Is it totally fine on Firefox? Use Firefox. Is it different on Firefox? It will keep working on the Firefox? I see. Well, if there was any reason for me to switch to Firefox, then that's maybe it. That's possibly will get me to switch. I don't know. What are they even doing? What are they even thinking nowadays? No one truly knows. This is so satisfying though. Look at these loops. Nice, very nice. So festive. Anyway. Ads. Imagine watching ads. Has anyone watched an ad recently? What was the latest ad recently that you've watched? If even any. I don't even know. I don't even remember the last ad I've seen. An ad about an ad blocker? They have those? I didn't even know. I guess the last ad I probably saw was like when Vacuously was doing her watch along of Christmas ads. That probably was the last ad I've seen. It always comes up on YouTube, an ad about blocking ads. But like, what incentive would they have to advertise that though? Because like, people put ads to make money from a product. If the ad, if the ad blocker, is it an ad blocker that costs money? Is it harvesting all your data? I just don't know. Simply just don't know. There was a TV in the restaurant I was at last night. I think it had some ads. Oh, I guess I have seen ads on the subway. That is true. I always forget about those. We see so many ads every day, we don't even recognize that some of them are ads. An ad was trying to sell me a gun today. Be my guest figuring out why I need a P22. What the? Oh, I do get ads in the mail though. Physical letters that are like, hey, switch over to this ISP. Actually, my previous ISP that I switched away from sent an ad yesterday. And it was like, hey, if you switch back, you can offer this is limited time discount, expires New Year's. You can get, actually the deal was pretty good. I was like, oh man, that actually, that does seem like a pretty good deal. It was like $35 a month for like gigabit Ethernet fiber. I was like, what the frick? They waited until I switch ISPs to offer this. If they had offered that at the beginning, I would not have switched. But then again, I was having like connectivity issues with the previous ISP, so maybe I wouldn't have switched anyway. I don't know. There's ads for vitamins on the London buses. Vitamins. What are they doing? Oh yeah, they also call them chemists over there, right? Instead of pharmacies, it's chemists. Can you get 2 ISPs? My 2 ISP solutions. Yeah, but then you'd be paying for 2 ISPs. For what reason? I guess if you're a professional streamer, I guess it would make sense to have like a backup. Yeah, backup. But like, I don't know. I don't care enough to pay for 2 ISPs. How did we fix the lag again? Using a different Twitch ingress? Yeah. Switching over to Twitch's East Coast server, which for some reason was not auto-detected. Don't know why Twitch's auto-detection defaults to the one on the West Coast. People have 2 ISPs, use phone. What? Many people have 2 ISPs, comma, use phone. Oh, you mean the internet from their phone is different from their home internet? Oh yeah, but like, don't really consider them ISPs though. even though I guess they are providing internet. I have a cheap, lowish bandwidth backup and a nice, fast primary one. Both of them had broken at times, but never together. But is it? I guess maybe it's worth it, depending on how much you value connectivity. We've been switched to ever-growing data plans on my phone. Like unlimited internet access. 100 megabit is alright, just not as good as gigabit. I feel like 100 megabit is totally fine. I think it's acceptable. Actually, I don't know. Maybe 100's a bit low. 200 is definitely enough, though, for me. I know pop-up LAN parties would have multiple ISPs to deal with. Well, yeah, that makes sense. If you're running, like, an event of some kind, it would make sense to have a backup ISP. But, you know, if it's just me individually, I don't want to be paying extra money every month. Paying double the price and not using it half the time. Not even half the time, like 99% of the time. Not unlimited, they just give you higher data caps every year. I see. Do you see that there's an ISP in Australia that gives you, this is a Ghibli reference, by the way. You do slot machines to get extra data. It's a real thing. Every day you get a chance to roll the slot machine, and then sometimes it'll be like, hey, you won 2 gigabytes for 50 cents or something. Stuff like that. It's a phone. Oh, yeah, phone plan. That's what I meant. What the frick? Yeah, it's a real thing. How is that allowed? I don't know. Maybe they got different laws out there in Australia. It's not really gambling. Is it really gambling? I guess it is kind of like gambling. I have 2 ISPs on my phone now too. Found out I was being overcharged, was being annoyed. I bought 2 other better contracts for a total of less than what I used to be paying. Now my phone works pretty much everywhere. Well, I guess it's good only if you compare it to how much you used to be paying. But if you compare it to how much, I don't know, I don't know what I'm saying. It's good because you have the context on how much it would have costed otherwise. But on its own, not have paid that much. 11-minute librarian video. Yeah, that's where I saw it. Classic video. Australia. Imagine being Australian. Could not be me. I would never be Australian. See, I mean, I wasn't annoyed about what I used to pay when I paid it until I realized it was way more than I need. Yeah, that is also true. It's like a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, this is totally fine. And then you find out what you could have been paying and you're like, what the frick? I was okay with paying this much? It's kind of how like job negotiations go, right? A lot of times you're like, you work at a company for long enough and you're like, oh, I guess I'm making enough money. That's fine. And then you look up what people are making, like that just joined the company and you're like, what the frick? They're getting paid this much and I've worked here for like 7 years? Holy frick. And then that's when you're a waiter. That's when you're like, okay, now I gotta start negotiating. New Zealand. Oh yeah, right. Chib is New Zealand. It's like close enough. New Zealand is pretty close to Australia. Literally the same thing. Imagine that. I'm sure they are very different though. But as someone who's not from there, to me, they're kind of the same. New Zealand. I guess that's also a thing with like people like from Canada, right? When they visit other countries and people confuse them for being American. I'm sure like New Zealanders have a similar thing with Australia. It's like people like, oh, what the, you're from America, right? No, I'm from Canada. It's totally different. But then to people that don't really care about Canada or the US, it's like the same thing to them. Like for New Zealand, they'd be like, no, I'm actually from New Zealand. It's not the same as Australia at all. People that don't care, they're like, yeah, they're the same. To me, they're the same thing. What country would you move to if you had to leave the US? The cop-out answer would be Canada. Because it's pretty much like very similar. But if I had to choose one that was not Canada, I don't know. I simply don't know. I have no idea. I definitely would not move to Japan though. Because there's many issues with work life. I guess, well, hold on. If I could move to Japan, but like still work for an American company, I feel like that probably maybe would be okay. Because like the issue that most people have with living in Japan is working for a Japanese company and having to deal with like Japanese work culture. But I feel like if you did not work for a Japanese company, I'm sure there are still things that suck about living there, but I feel like it would lessen the badness quite a bit. Sometimes you can negotiate for US terms at a Japanese company too, although obviously probably not on a second job there. Possibly. I don't know. But then also, actually no, because I feel like if I lived there, there's also stuff besides jobs. There's like a lot of like bureaucracy. Like if you're trying to apply to an apartment or something, it's like really hard to get one if you're not native Japanese. A lot of like subtle discrimination against people that are not Japanese. You would need a fax machine. So true. A lot of stuff. You would need a lot of things. I don't know. And then it's like, okay, so if I were to restrict it to places that had English as a main language, kind of would be like, okay, would I go to Australia, New Zealand? Would I go to the UK? I don't know. I have no idea. Who even knows? Alright, we got this one. What was this? What is this thing again? I already forgot what this was supposed to be. A present? Maybe? Is this Santa? Is this a... Oh, this is a sleigh. Santa's sleigh. Yas Queen sleigh. Singapore is quite a good pick if you continue working for US companies. Possibly also true. I've been thinking maybe I would Canada. I think Canada would be nice, that is true. Sleigh. Sleigh. Rudolph, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? And it's like, oh, cool, I would love to. Little did he know, Santa meant the other type of sleigh. Oh no, what the? Santa's a killer? I can't believe that Rudolph would slay people. Classic. Christmas horror shows / movies. Santa's sleigh. Killed on the runway, slayed. Meanwhile, Japan just seems like less chill Germany for many things. There's many differences. I doubt it is just less chill Germany. I'm sure there are many differences. Killer. A killer on the runway. Slay. Imagine slaying. Imagine slaying bells. Sleigh bells. Imagine buying sleigh bells and then when someone you know does something cool, you could ring the sleigh bells and they're like, what are you doing? You're like, because you slayed. Slay, yes, queen, slay. They're like, oh man, that's cool. I totally did not see that coming. See, like, we split our garbage, but JP seemed way too crazy about it despite recycling less. They do, in fact, have a lot of recycling there. Just separate. You gotta, even with like plastic, you gotta separate two different types of plastic. Because like the bottle cap, the plastic that bottle caps are made of is not the same plastic as the actual bottle is made of. So like when you recycle, you have to make sure to remove the bottle cap from the bottle. And also the plastic wrapper around the bottle is also a different type of plastic. So you gotta remove that plastic, and that's like a different type from the lid as well. It's like a lot of stuff like that. And as someone in America who for most of my life just threw everything into the same trash can, it was definitely something new to consider. Society. A lot of times all the recycling goes into the same place anyway. Because if one person messes up the recycling, they throw the wrong thing into the wrong place. I think they just end up tossing the whole thing, right? Something like that. We have copyright laws, but don't care an impossibly high amount. Japan, meanwhile, has ingrained it too much, seemingly. Yes. That is why Japanese corporate VTuber agencies are so strict on copyright. So true. So true. In the UK, the caps all come permanently attached. Not, and you're meant to recycle them together. No idea if they make them with the same plastic or just have something to deal with that in the sorting facilities. Who even knows? Maybe they're like the same thing over there. Slander laws. That is true. Yeah, like in Japan, you're not allowed to say bad things, even if it's true. Especially if it's true, I think. They can just sue you for saying true statements that paint someone in a bad light. It's wild. How is that allowed? And also the court system is that unlike in the US court, let's see, this is tying it back to the original theme of today, court system, is that instead of being innocent until proven guilty, pretty much if you're accused of a crime in Japan, it is assumed that you are guilty. That's just how it is. We have pattern recognition systems that sort through trash at the facilities. I see. Imagine recognizing patterns. Imagine having the ability to recognize things. Yeah, their conviction rate is very high. Anyway, there's many downsides to living in Japan, besides just the work culture. I'm sure we're all aware, as people that are most likely weebs, being aware of things. Ace Attorney season. Phoenix Wright. All right, look at this. There it is. Slay. Yes, queen. Slay. It's actually perfect timing. I was like, when I first saw this one, I was like, this one may be too simple. It might not take the whole, like, rest of the stream. But it did. It actually did. Look at that. Good at times. We've solved many a Christmas thing. And now I will end the stream. I forgot I googled this. Okay, yeah, we hit this thing. Oh, penguins! We had a penguin earlier. What is this one? This is African penguins on Boulders Beach, South Africa. Good stuff. Good content out here today. Thanks for watching. Let's see what day it is. Let's raid someone. Stop that music. Stop that Christmas music. National Hard Candy Day. Goa Liberation Day. Look for an Evergreen Day. National Heroes and Heroines Day. National Oatmeal Muffin Day. Let's do that one. National Oatmeal Muffin Day raid. Alright, let's see who is out there. Twitch.tv. Streaming on this website. Let's see. A bunch of people are streaming. I am going to raid someone. And this someone is streaming. This someone is perhaps playing a game, perhaps chatting, but who? That's the question. But who will it be? Who will this individual be? I'm going to choose right now as I scroll through. Let's raid, what about Ember? Rem to Ember. Raid. Rem to Ember. Thanks for watching. I will be back tomorrow with some good old variety Saturday stream. Wait a second. Today's not Friday. I thought today was Friday. It is not Friday. It is Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. I'll be back tomorrow with I don't know, with something. It was supposed to be Stitch and Picross, but I don't want to do 2 chatting streams in a row because I'll probably have nothing to talk about. So maybe Advent of Code, maybe Inscription, I don't know. I will choose at some point, and you will find out eventually. Or never. Maybe you'll never find out. Maybe you will just miss the stream, and then you'll be like, oh, I don't even know what he streamed. He said he was going to stream something. I don't even know. Maybe coding. I did enjoy doing code. Programming things, that was fun. Alienating half my chat, people that don't know how to program. They're just like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what he's doing. Code stream was good. Glad you enjoyed it. Anyway, I'll see. We'll see what it is. That's gonna be it though. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.